Hi guys, and welcome back. I am so excited to talk to you guys about this newness. I can't explain it. I have been wanting to do this video for months, since last year actually, but I couldn't have the time, and because of different things happening, I couldn't sit down and actually do it. And now I'm in a position where I can. So I would like to present to you a very new brand that we have acquired. One of a few, but they're all very, very special and very, very different in their own way. This brand is called Ayuna. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So I want to present it to you. I want to talk to you about it. I want to let you know about it. And I want you to tell me what you think afterwards. I'm so excited, so excited. So it's super slick and super aesthetic in how it looks. So the products are all sort of zen sort of looking, very white, very minimalistic. So it attracted me to it at first. And then it became about what the brand was about. So the brand is all about inner beauty and outer beauty, and inner peace and tranquility and harmony. And that, it was like it spoke to me during that time. Remember, this is the mindset that I was in when I found it, when I was in lockdown. And then I spoke to the founders and they were lovely enough to send me all of their products so I could trial them. And my next big surprise was the scent. These products, they all have a very, very signature scent and they smell amazing, like amazing. This is like a deep scent. It's like, oh my God, I love it. Let me just make sure I'm telling you the right information. They call it the Beautifulness Cocktail, and it's infused in nearly every single one of their products. And it sort of smells like if you walk into a really exotic temple. That's what this smells like. You know, you can see monks walking around and it's like really peaceful, but not the incensey sort of thing. It's not like that powdery, heavy sort of situation. It is really refreshing, but deep. And so the notes are geranium, rosewood, myrrh, chamomile, rosemary, and buchu. So I don't know if that says something to you. It doesn't really to me, which is why I spoke to you about the temple thing. But the smell made me fall deeper and deeper in love with it. Oh my God. It's just so tranquil that it just makes you feel calm and relaxed. Like I need to stop smelling that because I can already feel my tone is like lower and lower and I'm getting sleepy, but I love it. Then the brand has really, really, really strong eco value, but they are also really high on the integrity and the effectiveness of their ingredients. And that's also super important to me because you know I'm all about the ingredients at the end of the day. So to start with, Ayuna, as the name suggests, means fast in Spanish, as in fast as in you stop eating, you know, like you go on a fast, not fast as in speedy. And the reason they call it fast or Ayuna is because they believe that less is more and not more is more. So again, this is a really big change for me because before I always said more is more. And now it's like, yeah, no, hold on, wait a minute. Maybe more is too much. Maybe less is more. They believe less is more for the skin specifically, because if you are loading your skin with so many active ingredients, it then stops doing what it's supposed to do naturally because you're giving it everything that it needs. So your skin doesn't actually have to, or your body doesn't actually have to work anymore itself. And then it doesn't, it stops. It's sort of like over the holidays, I wasn't well and I had to take hydrocortisone or cortisone or something, and I was told, you know, don't take it for longer than a week because your immune system goes down, because basically your body, you're putting medication into your body and your body accepts it as its own, so it stops producing it. So this is sort of how I understand their meaning to be as well, and it totally makes sense. I mean, I think it was cortisol or cortisone, I don't know, something to do with the immune system and stuff. So basically it's putting less on your skin to allow your skin to regenerate itself as well. So you're giving it a helping hand, but you're not doing everything for it. I think that's really healthy, and I think it's a really nice ideology as well, and I think it's true. When I deal with certain skin concerns, so for example, if I have a customer or a client who has really acneic skin, I always used to recommend, listen, please don't use any other products, but just use that and use only that for at least 2 months, and let's see where your skin is. Don't do anything else, because we want to strip it down to as much as we can and just give it what it needs and no more. And so this is sort of like a step further to what my mantra already was before. So it sort of fits in with my ideology already. Let's get into the eco side of things. So these guys are so eco. I mean, so eco that they are eco in their packaging. They are eco in their manufacturing, but they are also eco in the types and the cultivation of the ingredients that they use within the product. These guys are seriously green. Green. They use green technology throughout all of the products. They even try to reduce their carbon footprint, which is what everybody's trying to do, but they also try to reduce their water footprint as well. So you'll see throughout the products, there is very little water. They actually tend to use fruit waters because they don't want to, again, the water footprint, they don't want to ruin that. And then lastly, as I mentioned, the ingredients. So the ingredients are super important to them as well. And I've seen ingredients in this range, some of which I have never seen before and I find really interesting. Epigenetics is all about reversing exogenous aging factors. So what that means is it's not internal aging factors, it's external aging factors. Exogenous factors, things like the sun, pollution, bad diet, lack of exercise, lack of oxygenation in the body, it's a sickness, not sickness, that's internal. So all of that exogenous stuff, it actually not only stunts it, but it reverses it. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So like pigmentation from the sun, it starts to reverse it. Any sort of aging in the skin that you have had because of pollution, because of antioxidant, not using enough antioxidants or free radicals, hitting your skin too much, again, that is it. It reverses it. It's really amazing technology, and they're using it within this brand. The other type of ingredient that they're using is fermented lactobacillus. So this is something like, I take prebiotics and probiotics for my stomach all the time. I have a really dicky tummy and I really have to be careful. And it's sort of the same thing. It's fixing the microbiota of your stomach and of your gut and fixing the microbiota on your face. I always go on about balancing the skin, reinforcing the hydrolipidic film, and there are many different ways of doing that. These guys use fermented lactobacillus to reinforce your shield, and I think that is amazing. I just find it so exciting. And then lastly, the two other ingredients which I have never seen before anywhere else are plasma-rich botanical cell factors. Now these are basically growth factors from botanics, so from plants, and everybody uses growth factors, but these ones are really special in that they are green technology, they are not ripping the planet too much, and they are very effective. The other ingredient that they use a lot of are peptidic fractions. Now this is super exciting because basically you have your strain of amino acids, and everybody knows what amino acids do. They're great, everybody wants them in their skincare. They do lots of different things depending on where you take them from. From amino acids, you cut those up and you get peptides. They're more focused on what you want them to do. So amino acids are more generalized, peptides are going to be much more focused. These guys use peptidic fractions. I mean, they've gone that step further, and they have fractioned up the peptides. So you start from here, amino acids, peptides, peptidic fractions. So the peptidic fractions are even more sort of focusing on exactly what you want it to do. they're much more effective. And I think that that's really interesting and really amazing. So I thought I'd go into, I'm not going to go through the whole brand with you guys because that's a lot, but I thought I would go through a few of my favorites so that you can sort of understand a little bit about the textures, a little bit about what they do. And again, please do tell me what you think at the end of the video because I'm really excited about this and it's a really novel sort of thing. Oh, also I forgot to mention, this brand is vegan friendly. So the whole range is absolutely vegan, completely 100% vegan, bar one product, which is the cream 2, which I will get to later. And that one's not vegan because it contains beeswax. But every single other product within the whole collection, the whole brand, is vegan. So that's also a great thing. All right, let's get into the products. Okay, the first one I'm going to start with, which is my favorite, one of my 2 favorites within the whole brand, is the essence. So the packaging is all sort of super slick and super sweet. Let me open this up for you. Okay, so it looks like this. So if I take some, you can see. It's tight, it's kind of grainy. So this is a peel mask. So it's a 3-in-1, a 3-in-1 mask. So what it is that it is manually exfoliating, chemically exfoliating, and it's nourishing all at the same time. And I absolutely adore this product. It gives you the juiciest, smoothest baby bottom skin ever. And it smells amazing. All their products just smell amazing. If you don't like scent, this is not your thing. If you like beautiful scents everywhere, like me, this is your thing. So the ingredients that are contained within this beautiful juiciness is PHA of gluconolactone. So it's a polyhydroxy acid, and it just so happens to be my favorite one. Everybody knows PHA gluconolactone is sort of a little weaker than an alpha hydroxy acid, which is why I like it because my skin is kind of reactive, but it's super brightening and energizing for the skin, and I'm all for that glow all the time, all the time. Then for your physical exfoliation, it uses microcrystalline phytocellulose. And what this is that it's an organic, natural product, which when it dries up, it sort of pills. Then it's got olea europea oil, which is basically an olive oil. But, and this again is used throughout the whole range, this oil, which is derived from olive, is not comedogenic. It's not like an oil tank grease slick situation. It is plumping and juicy and nourishing, but just to that right amount. I feel like I'm really into facial oils now, and I'm constantly looking for facial oils that really just give me that right amount, and I have found a handful, and this is one of them. There's actually another product which is the other favorite one of the whole brand, and that is probably the oil that I use every single day, every single night without fail. I just love it. But I'll go into it later. This also has the fermented lactobacillus, which I spoke about previously. So it's really good at balancing the skin and balancing the microbiota on the skin. It gives you a smooth, glowing, nourished skin. And what happens is that you put this on your face, you leave it on 15 minutes. If it's humid, it might be a little bit longer, but just remember the texture thing. You peel it off, and it comes off real easy, and you're left with this juicy oil that is left on your skin, but not again an oil slick. And you just look great. So this is a really quick routine. You literally cleanse your skin, and then you put this on for 15 minutes, could be 10 if the air is really dry, could be 20 if it's very humid. And then you rub it off and you're done. It is a 2-step routine. I mean, who doesn't want that? It's amazing. I love it. Highly recommended. I absolutely adore it. the essence. Oof, I use it 2 to 3 times a week and my skin is baby soft. Baby soft. Okay, the next product, which is not so much for my skin type, but a lot of people are enjoying this. We sold out twice already because we launched this in December. Sorry I took this long to do the video. This is the Balm. So it is this sexy, black, luscious, goodness stuff. You put this on your skin and this is purifying and detoxifying. And this is especially good if you have an oilier tendency skin. Again, not acneic, but if you have an oilier tendency skin. And it has volcanic glass in there. Don't be scared. It's totally smooth. It's totally smooth. It's not gonna rip your skin out. It's just got volcanic glass inside, which is the purifying and sebum regulating agents. Then you have the active carbon, which is the detoxifying agent. Then you have pullulan, which again is another ingredient I've never worked with, which is tightening and also moisturizing. So the good thing about all of these products, none of them are stripping to the skin. You never put this on, any of these things on, and then you have a dry, tight skin. That never happens. They've always made sure to put some sort of agent in there, some sort of ingredient in there that is re-nourishing and keeps it nice and smooth and juicy, which with my current skin, I love. As you age, your skin gets dry. Okay, and then it has the oleo europea oil and then also the fermented lactobacillus, just like every other product. Every single product have those ingredients within it. Okie dokie. So next we have the creams. They have 3 creams. They have cream 1, they have cream 2, and they have cream 3. Cream 3. Can't get any simpler than that. Cream 1 and cream 2 are pretty dang similar. So cream 1 is the light one, cream 2 is the one with the added beeswax. Remember guys, that was the one that is the only non-vegan product within the whole brand. Again, they smell delicious. And you can see it's sort of like, oh crap. Oh, I've just wasted a whole load of that. That makes me feel so bad. So don't play on the camera and swirl it around like I just did. I'm just going to show you like that. It's really liquidy and really, really thin. I'll put my finger in there and be super duper careful. This also smells, oh my God. I can't tell you how lovely it is. So you can see it's super, oh my God, it feels like silk. It really does, and it goes in straight away. You can see that. It's just it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's the cream 1, and that's the consistency of cream 1. And then you have cream 2. I'm not going to do this with cream 2. I can't. It's a lot thicker. So you guys can see this is not going to happen with cream 2. So it's look, it's sticking in the pot. So you can see that it's a lot thicker. It's definitely a lot pastier. I haven't actually used cream 2. I've only used cream 1 and cream 3. You'd have thought I'd have known that was going to happen with cream 1, but I didn't. So you can see that this is a lot thicker. This has the beeswax in it, which basically is there to reinforce the transepidermal water loss and for a more nourished effect. But apart from that, they are the same. So the ingredients which are in, I love it. The ingredients that are in cream 1 and cream 2 are, you still have the oleo europea oil, you still have the fermented lactobacillus, but you have the plasma-rich botanicals and you have the peptidic fractions. So we have the plasma-rich botanical cell factors, which are basically the growth factors from botanical derivations, originations. You know, I'm not great with my words. Okay, so we have the plasma-rich botanical cell factors from pomegranates, and that evens skin tone, reduces hyperpigmentation, and increases glow. Who doesn't want to increase glow? I'm going to put my foot in this thing. I just know I am, and I don't want to stop filming and clean it. So if I look awkward, it's because I'm really aware that there is a big dollop of cream that I've wasted that's on the floor and it is killing me. Then we have the plasma-rich botanical cell factors from Arabian cotton, and that reinforces the hydrolipidic film. It reduces redness. I think it's photo redness as well as normal redness. And it also prevents photo-induced aging. This sounds great, right? Then lastly, of the plasma-rich botanical factors, we have green carrot. And green carrot strengthens skin tolerance, so it basically strengthens the immunity of the skin and reduces redness as well. So again, this is really good for if your skin is sensitized, but not like super reactive. And then it's got the oleo europea, which I mentioned before, and it's also got the added sweet almond oil, which I've spoken about before in previous BR products. It's an amazing non-comedogenic oil, which is really nourishing and hydrating. Well, not hydrating, it's nourishing, but also not comedogenic at all. And that is always my biggest thing, because even though I don't tend to break out anymore, I still kind of do on my jawline. Look, I don't know if you can see it, but this is always going crazy right here. And I always have to be super careful. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm gonna figure it out. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. But I think it's hormonal. Okay, so that is cream 1 and cream 2. And then we have cream 3. Now cream 3 is very special. Cream 3 comes in a black packaging with Ayuna on the bottle. And you can see it is seriously very, very smooth. It's also not moving around, but it is thicker. It's the thickest out of the 3. So you can see, like, you would put less of this on and you would really have to work it into the skin. But it is kind of a little stickier and not so smooth and buttery. So if you like that adherence to your skin, this is the one that you go for. Oh. I keep smelling, it's the same smell, and I keep smelling it. So this particular cream is special because it contains cannabis sativa callus lysate. And what this particular product concentrates on is happiness, as the brand suggests. So this cannabis sativa lysate increases the oxytocin in your skin, in your body, and it makes you happy. You know, at the end of my videos, I always say, do your skincare makes you happy? This literally does. It's a skincare that makes you happy. Don't you love it? Don't you just love it? It actually makes you happy. You're not going to get stoned from it. That's not going to happen, but it's going to make you happy. So it acts on the brain to skin axis, stimulates good feelings, and yeah, it makes you happy. So you have the cannabis sativa, which makes you happy. And then what they did is they decided to add curcuma longa callus lysate. And what that does, it stops you being unhappy. So not only do you have an ingredient that makes you happy, you also have an ingredient that stops you from being unhappy. And what this does is that the plasma within the product neutralizes the negative effects of cortisol. And cortisol, excess levels of cortisol, what that does is that it makes you feel stressed, it makes you feel unhappy, it makes you feel depressed, and that is produced when you are more stressed. So you don't want excessive levels of cortisol, you want the right level, and this deals with that. It is also, as an ingredient, really good for the regeneration of the skin, really good for tightening the skin, really good for wrinkles and collagen and all of that good stuff. So it's super, super anti-aging, as well as making you happy and stopping you from being unhappy. It also has trehalose in there, which is a type of sugar which is super hydrating, which is amazing. It has the fermented lactobacillus, and then it has also the Mediterranean oils. This has Mediterranean oils in there as opposed to the olive oil that is used everywhere else. And I think that's probably why maybe it's a little bit thicker in consistency. So this stays on your skin longer than the other 2 creams do. But as you can see, it's already it's gone in. So next we have my second favorite product after the essence, which is the cellular oil. So the cellular oil, don't you love that packaging? It's just so zen, right? I mean, look at it. I mean, love it. So this oil is basically just there to nourish your skin. There is no frills about this oil apart from it is the best consistency ever with the best smell. And I swear to you, it has become a true ritual in the evening for me. It helps me sleep, it helps me relax, it helps me feel good. I put it on right before I go to sleep and I just feel so relaxed. The scent and the feel is just incredible. So you just I put quite a bit more than that on my face, but oh my God, and it's just so silky. It's just so silky. So you can see it's really thin, it's quite watery, and what's amazing about this is that you put this on the skin and it sucks like 3/4 of it inside and it leaves this juiciness. I call it juiciness as opposed to oil. And I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but it just makes your skin plump and juicy and not oil and slick and uncomfortable. It just makes it perfect. And it takes about 5 minutes for it to actually really happen. And then the smell, I'm going to explain to you what one of the founders told me to do. So you would put a few drops. I put about 6 to 7 drops in my hands. You rub it together. You breathe it in. I can still smell it because it's on my hand. You breathe it in and then you just spread it on your face. And you work it in, you work it in. I like to work my temples in because that really relaxes me. And then I go to sleep. And I swear, I promise you, it makes me sleep good. It really, really does. The special thing ingredients-wise about this product is that it uses oil from the Millennium olive tree, which is some tree in South America. And it's really well known for its regenerative properties. It's also really well known for its nourishing properties. But I just love how nourishing it is and how non-oil slicky it is and how beautiful it smells and how my skin is amazing every morning when I wake up. It is amazing. Ayuna also do the facials. So you have the facial low and then you have the facial high. And these are exfoliating lotions, regenerating lotions for your skin. So the difference with this is that this does use acids, but it also really, really focuses on the fermentation, the microbiota and that kind of thing. So it's sort of like it does both of them. The texture as a product is also very singular, very unique. It's almost like a milk. It's like, wow, oh my God. I'm so happy I have tiles. So it's like a milk, it's creamy when you put it on. It's not oily, but it's creamy. And it goes in, so you don't wash it off, but it's, as you saw, it's sort of white in texture and creamy. I think the facial high is thicker because I think I used this one and it was slightly thicker. Yeah, I used that one. I was like, oh, that's a bit more liquidy than I remember. So this is the facial high. So this is more acidic. Yeah, this is the one I used last time. But you sort of saw the effect, the consistency. It's very unique, it's very different, it's very milky. So to go through the differences between the two, as in the facial high and the facial low, we have the facial low at 4.2 to 4.5 in pH. So if you have a more reactive or sensitive skin, you would go for this one right here, which is the facial low. If you want a stronger product, you would go for the facial high, and that is 3.5 to 3.7 in pH. In terms of other ingredients, both of them contain exactly the same. The only difference is the pH value. So both of them contain noni cells, so plasma-rich noni cells. And this contributes to the microbiota of the skin, helps to regulate everything, balance everything, even skin tone, reduce pore size, regulate sebum secretions. stop you from dehydrating, all of that kind of good stuff. Then they use, in terms of acids, they use glutamic acid and succinic acid. So these are acids which are kind of different. So glutamic acid is more like a hydrating acid, so more like a hyaluronic acid. And then you have the succinic acid, which is antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, it's antioxidant, it accelerates cellular renewal. So they are more than your normal alpha hydroxy acid or polyhydroxy acid. They are more concentrating on the microbiota, the balance of your skin, as well as exfoliating it as well. These products also contain raspberry vinegar as well, which also helps in the exfoliation process. And then it has the vitamin E, squalene, and beta-sitosterol combination as well, which is a sort of antioxidant, which is also lipidating, so it's also nourishing to the skin, as well as the fermented lactobacillus. So this range is all about the microbiota of the skin. It's all about being eco. It's all about being happy. Cream 3, cannabis sativa, yes. And it's all about being aware of yourself, but also of your environment. And I think it just lends and puts out such a positive message. And when you smell this stuff, you will fall in love with it. You really, really will. I mean, everybody who walks into the clinic is like, that smells amazing. What is that? And in fact, they loved the smell so much and they got so much great feedback for the smell that they created a perfume. It's called Dojo. Everything smells the same. I don't know why I keep smelling everything. It smells the same. The whole bathroom smells of Ayuna. So that is it, guys. I would say the same thing as I always say to you. Do your skincare. It makes you happy. And in this case, it really does. Have a good one, guys, and see you soon. Bye.